I had never sung in a public setting before, and then I just auditioned for like a fucking singing show and thought that I would win the $1 million prize and like pay for my parents' house, move on with my life, and go back to middle school.
Welcome to another episode of Nothing to Lose. I'm Austin Maples, and today I'm going to be tattooing BEA MILLER. She's a 22-year-old singer-songwriter that was discovered at a young age on the show X Factor. She's currently singing and writing some awesome progressive music. I'm excited to meet her. She should be here any moment.
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm good. So nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm so excited. Can I sit here on this big green couch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. Well, let's cut to the chase. What do you want? You have any ideas? You know what you want to get?
Yeah. I really like your spiders that you do. I also love the crying hearts, which is like, obviously a lot of people have those, but I think they're sick looking.
Yeah.
But the spiders and the flowers that you do in the middle, like there was one that I saw where I was like, oh, these are perfect. But I was also thinking spider maybe on my shoulder, kind of coming up this way.
Cool.
It starts to get real empty up there.
Have you seen a spider that you like, or just?
I mean, I like the black widows, but I also don't know if that would be too much black ink, because I also have a really dark one up here, and I just don't know that I want to put that, so maybe
The cool thing about spiders is like you can do them really black, but there's a lot of space because of the legs, you know?
Right.
So it kind of ends up not, like that one's pretty dense on your shoulder because you got like dark clouds and it looks like there was like a black sun.
Yeah, I got that one done in Berlin. I don't know, the ink was different there or something.
I mean, I'll show you. Do you want it like kind of crawling up?
Yeah, I think like not fully on the back or fully on the shoulder, kind of like crawling like this way, I think. So it's kind of coming up.
So would you
like that.
imagining that it crawled up your arm and is about to come over?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that would look sick.
I love that.
All right.
That's awesome.
Cool, sounds good to me.
Cool. Well, let me just set up my station and then we'll draw some stuff on you.
Okay. I'm BEA MILLER. I am an artist. I write my songs and I sing them for people sometimes, and I'm here to get tattooed today.
My first thought is I don't want it to be like the biggest tattoo.
No.
Maybe what we do is like put the butt of it here and then maybe have like some legs that like creep onto your shoulder and then some legs that creep up where it's like.
Yeah, I definitely want it to look like, rather than it's just like straight on, like it's kind of crawling like this direction. No, it's perfect. Let's just do this exact design in this color. Oh shit, I did Fear Factor actually. Like the more recent one with Ludacris. Yes, I did.
Really?
Yeah, and you can see me on there screaming, "This isn't my fear, this is my nightmare." I was fucking I'm horrified of drowning. They had me drown in cement.
What?
Cement. Like it was like, imagine like a sandbox where it comes like this high off the ground with like the wood planks, and you could fit you and your partner in there, and we had to slide in on our backs, and there was like a metal grate over us, and then they closed the back. So you're laying like flat on your back like this, and you're trying to untangle all these knots from both sides and meet in the middle, and then pull the rope and then unlock the like gate so you slide out. And all the time that you're doing this, the box is filling with cement. But also if you're trying to like get your face out for air in the middle of the bars, they're like, "Get your head down," because like you can decapitate yourself that way. So it was a fucking mess, and I was crying my eyes. Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. I feel like that looks better from the back, right? Because I feel like from like the other way, like when standing like directly behind me, it wouldn't really read that well.
I think this is really cool. Like,
yeah, I do too.
This is more what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Like it's almost
like I wanted it crawling up.
Crawling up.
But obviously you can see it from behind and I can't, so I'm just gonna trust you on that.
Cool. It's a really rough shape.
Looks good to me.
Look at it.
Sick. That's perfect.
It looks cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm so excited because that spot is so empty. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, it looks really sick. Yeah, and that's definitely like the direction that I think. I think if it was the other way, it would look not right. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, no.
That's sick. Okay, perfect. I'm happy with that.
You like it?
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what you're doing. I don't even need to like make a comment about it.
Genuinely jealous of your hair.
Why don't you just do it? Grow it out a little bit.
Well, I was just thinking in my stupid head, I was like, maybe I'll dye my hair like that. I'm like, you don't fucking have hair. All right, my friend, I'm gonna do a very little line just so you can feel it, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
How's that?
Perfect.
Chill vibes?
Do you ever get nervous when someone ever asks you to do an idea and you're like, ah, fuck it?
Well, I'm really honest with you. I can feel it in my, literally I can feel it in my gut if something's right. Like there's plenty of times where I go to do something and I'm like, I can't feel it in my gut. Like it feels wrong. And I'll just talk and like move stuff around, and then I can feel it. I'll be like, yeah, that's fucking it. Like that's a good one. I try not to tattoo people until I have that feeling, you know? I can tell if it's gonna be cool and like if it's the right thing and if I feel confident, and if I don't, then I'll just be transparent with them. Like, and nobody wants a bad tattoo on their body, and nobody wants to force somebody to do something, and all you have to do is have like that conversation. Most people have an ego that gets in the way, you know? It was really hard for me for a long time to be like, I'm not gonna do a good job. I can't do that or something like that,
I definitely have tattoos from artists who probably should have told me that they couldn't do that thing.
Yeah.
And instead of telling me that, they just like did it anyway and it didn't turn out right. And like, that's, I mean, I don't care that much, but definitely at the time I was like, fuck, like you just told me you didn't think you could kill this before you put it on me for the rest of my life.
Totally.
I can't imagine doing something where it's like, if somebody hates this, they have to
wear it forever. Well, that's why I said to you earlier, like it's really important to me that like you leave happy. And as long as I can do a good job of it, I can get that feeling in my stomach. If I'm like, this person's gonna be really stoked and like, I know I can fucking do a really good job of this, that's good enough for me. It doesn't have to be like, I find this inspiring. I mean, I find it inspiring to make people happy. I like seeing people like genuinely hyped on their tattoo, and like, I love that people come back, but also I have preferences. Like,
yeah.
There can totally be a moment where I'm like, really don't want to do this tattoo right now, but this is not that hard. This person's gonna be so fucking stoked and I'm gonna do a good job of it, and then I'll just do it. And there's other moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking excited to do this. I can't contain it. I'm gonna like jump up and down, you know?
It's so interesting that all the different like capacities of creativity and how they affect like you and the people around you. Like I just feel like your job and mine are like similar in some ways, but also just totally completely 100% different. Wake up sometimes and I'm like, fuck, like how did I do this? Weird, I feel like you go through a phase of your life where like things are difficult or you're doing a lot of something and like you're like, fuck, this is so horrible, and you're like working towards a goal, and then like eventually you get there. And by the time you get there and spend a little bit of time like in that, you look back and you're like, I just don't feel like I worked that hard to get here, even though you did. It's because you're so far like removed from like the stress of that now you're like, I don't even understand how it happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It's like I know that I've worked hard to get to where I am, but in moments where I'm not working very hard and I'm just sitting in my house like looking at the things that I somehow have accumulated with my own money, like the life that I've created for myself, I'm like, how do I deserve this? Like how did I do this? Even though I know that I worked for it.
You know, sometimes that saying, it's a little bit silly, but it resonates with me in those moments. Like if you do something you love, then you don't work a day in your life. There's definitely really, really hard moments of tattooing for me, but I love tattooing so much, and I wasn't gonna let anything get in the way of me like working where I want or doing what I want to do. And I can't really imagine that. Like with your skill comes the fact that you have to be like a social figure, but really like what people want from you is to hear you sing. So why is it important that you go and schmooze? You know, that's not what you're popular for.
Yeah, sometimes it gets worse. It's like all I want to do is write songs and connect with people who listen to them, because that's just like, there's not even a way to describe that. Like when you spend hours and days and weeks and months in the studio writing stuff when you're like in your own little bubble, and then you actually go and sing the shit in front of people and they connect and you like see them like singing it back, it's just like, that's such a good feeling. Like that's what I came here to do. I didn't come here to, you know, have to schmooze random people that I don't know, or like have to convince people that I have enough followers for them to be interested in what I'm doing and things. It's just so, it definitely gets, I feel like it's getting harder now with certain like social media things. It's like, I don't want to spend every hour of the day on TikTok promoting my songs. I just want to meet them and care about them and sing them and have that be enough to carry me, you know? But it's sometimes it's not. You literally write like one like great song for every like 10 mediocre ones.
For me, I'm my own harshest critic, you know, like I feel like the skill set I have now and the practice that I've put into like the mechanics of it, it's pretty impossible for my tattoos and like to be like terrible. Like it would be really weird for me to like, I'm using like great pigment, I have great machines. Like I know like how to draw. So even if like a terrible tattoo would be like really crazy. Yeah, sometimes it's not like my favorite thing, or sometimes I feel like I could do a little bit better. But I think those are things that I notice because I'm like a harsh critic. Where have you ever like put out a song that you didn't think was like the best, but people just fucking ate it up?
Oh my god, one of my top streaming songs in the past 5 years is a song that I fucking despise. I think it's probably the worst song I've ever written. All my friends agree it's like the worst song ever, that we all fucking hate it. And I can't get it out of my top 5 because people like it so much and I don't understand it, and I hate that I have to. I even say that when I'm on stage before I sing it. I'm like, well, here comes this fucking corny ass song, but like, you guys want it, so here it is. Like, I hate it. My fans know it, and I really think it's like funny at this point almost how much I don't like it.
I think we're done.
No, sorry, you're done. I'm like scared to move my neck at this point.
Why?
Because it's been like this whole time. I feel like when I stand up, it's gonna feel fucked up.
Yeah, have a look.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sick. Holy fuck. Oh, that looks so fucking sick. That's perfect.
It's cool, huh?
Yes, and I just love, like, now I feel like I have so many different styles just like right in this area, and it just balances so nicely. Because like this is a hand poke, and then these are obviously like thinner and like that. Like I just feel like it blends really well.
They look nice.
And it looks good like this, yeah. You fit it in that spot so nicely.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, that's sick. Oh my god, thank
nice
you.
together.
They look really good.
This is actually gray wash, so when it heals, it'll match this stuff. So you see how light these get?
Yeah.
So that's like a gray wash. I did that in the butt so that the little diamond shape will be like nice and light.
Sick. God, that looks so tight.
Cool, huh?
I needed that space filled so bad, it was driving me crazy.
Yeah, it looks badass on you.
God, thank you. I'm so stoked.
You're so welcome. I'm so stoked you're stoked. I'm gonna let it bleed just for 1 second. Yeah, come upstairs with me. We'll take a little picture. Yeah, I got a little photo studio thingy.
Oh wow, very professional.
I make it comfortable enough. I usually tell people to leave it on overnight, so I try to like.
That's actually a good process. I just put the plastic on it, it doesn't like fall off, and it gets so disgusting.
Yeah, I'd rather it be like over secure.
I'm like, how am I supposed to sleep in saran wrap when it's coming off and I get like the ink all over my sheets? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, how am I supposed to sleep in this thing that's not even on me? So I'm trying to make sure this isn't too tight, but it's okay. Wait, don't go. You made it to the end of the video. This really helps if you stick around for the last 20 seconds. Over here, you can click my face. That's gonna subscribe you to my channel. If you really don't wanna do that, at the very least, click the button below it and you can watch another video. I really encourage you to watch all of the videos right now. I don't know how many seconds are left, but this is going for 20 seconds, so watch it till the end. Anyways, bye.